Manny and I have to talk to him. I don't think he's here yet, Katie told him. What's so important? It's a secret, Kevin said. We aren't telling anyone but George. Just then, Mrs. Dirkman stepped onto the playground. Katie could hardly believe that this was her teacher. Usually, Mrs. Dirkman wore dresses and high heels. Her hair was always perfect, and she smelled like sweet perfume. But today, Mrs. Dirkman was a mess. She was wearing sweatpants and sneakers. Her hair was covered by a huge floppy hat. Worst of all, she smelled like bug spray. Whoa, check out Mrs. Dirkman, Kevin shouted. She looks like a regular person. A tall man with a beard and mustache walked over to Mrs. Dirkman. Here are your bags, honey, he said. Your suitcase is so heavy. What do you have in there? Bug spray, bug candles, and bug cream, Mrs. Dirkman answered. Those creatures aren't getting anywhere near me this year. Did you hear him? Kevin whispered to Katie. He called Mrs. Dirkman honey. That must be Mr. Dirkman, Katie's mom said to Mrs. Fox. He seems very nice. Katie gasped. Mrs. Dirkman's husband? We'd better go now, Mrs. Dirkman said, nervously looking at her watch. Mr. Dirkman smiled. See you in 3 days, he said. Don't let the bedbugs bite. Mrs. Dirkman's eyes bulged. Don't say that, she squawked. Then she kissed her husband on the cheek. The kids stared at their teacher in amazement. Okay, class, let's get on the bus, Mrs. Dirkman ordered her class. We have no time to waste. Katie sighed. Mrs. Dirkman still sounded like herself. Well, this is it, sweetie, said Katie's mom. Better get online. You'll stay until the bus leaves? Katie asked nervously. Her mom nodded. Of course, honey. Katie gave Pepper one last pat and then headed toward the bus. But before she could get on board, Manny started to yell. Mrs. Dirkman, we can't leave, he shouted out. George isn't here yet. The kids all looked around. Where could George Brennan be? Chapter 2. Please, Mrs. Dirkman, we have to wait, Manny begged as the class began to board the bus. Camp won't be fun without George. We still have a few minutes before all the luggage is loaded onto the bus, Mrs. Dirkman assured him. I'm sure George will be here by then. Katie found a seat near the window in the middle of the bus. Suzanne hopped into the seat beside her. Do you think George is coming? Katie asked Suzanne as the girls buckled their seatbelts. I won't miss him if he doesn't. George is always telling dumb jokes, Suzanne said. Katie frowned. Sometimes Suzanne could be pretty mean. Katie liked George's jokes. They were really funny. She liked George, too. He was the one who had given Katie her extremely cool nickname, Katie Kazoo. I hope we don't have to wait around all day for him, Jeremy said, as he took the seat across the aisle from Katie and Suzanne. I want to get to camp. There he is, Kevin's voice rang out from the back of the bus. Hurry up, George, he shouted through the open window. But George wasn't hurrying. In fact, it looked as though his dad was dragging him across the playground to the bus. George had a very angry scowl on his face. Mr. Brennan marched George straight up to the yellow bus. Have a good time, son, Mr. Brennan said. That chance, George barked back. Mr. Brennan sighed. It's just a few days at science camp, George. It's not like you're joining the army. George didn't answer. He walked to the back of the bus and plopped down in the seat across from Manny and Kevin. Kevin smiled at his pal. Am I glad to see you? You wouldn't believe the amazing things I snuck into my suitcase. Kevin leaned over to whisper in George's ear. I packed all kinds of practical joke stuff, plastic bugs, pepper gum, and a whoopee cushion. Usually George was really into things like whoopee cushions, but not today. He just sat there, staring out the window with his hands crossed over his chest. Big deal.